Hey everyone, welcome to another video. And today I am going to rework the episode that I did about 2 weeks ago, talking about my pre op appointment. And as always, I'm not trying to treat or diagnose people, but I thought by sharing how my pre op appointment went for the surgery I was going to have could be helpful to people going through it or caregivers that are dealing with somebody who's about to have surgery. And taped it, was excited, went to last Monday to go post it, and Riverside did not save it. And now this is my second issue in 3 months of that website not saving the work that I did. And so I've decided to not use them anymore and just start using my phone for right now, even though I'm not elated by the quality of it. It is what it is at this point because now I am about a week and 2 days post-op. I had the surgery, and contrary to what we went over in my pre-surgery appointment with the doctor, it was untrue that I could use my hands at all after the surgery. And so taping, recording, holding my phone was absolutely impossible. So I was able to get a few pictures of the hospital. I tried to do a quick video when I was in the pre-op room waiting to go before they confiscated my phone. But that was about all I could do. And just 2 days ago, I got the bandages loosened, and it took a solid 24 hours before my hands started kind of moving and I could actually manipulate and feel them again. I don't have feeling to two of the fingers on my right hand, and I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, but we're taking it day by day. That's the most important part and the key to all this. And so now I can hold a phone and kind of text on my own. And so that's been awesome. But I just wanted to get something out there because, again, like my New Year's resolution was to be producing these videos. I was so bummed when my pre-op, I even had my folder, I had the pre-antibacterial cleansing stuff out, like I had it all set up, and I was like, oh, this is great. Waited a couple days to post it because it was going to be on Monday, and then I had surgery on Tuesday. And so Monday night, I was like, okay, awesome, let me upload it. And nope, it wasn't there. So I was like, well, I'll work on the video after surgery. And then again, with the hand issue, I was like, it's going to be a little bit longer because it's hard enough for me asking for help with my parents and assisting me in the day-to-day stuff that I wasn't about to then ask them to quote unquote waste their time in trying to help me set up my phone or set up my computer or really help me anything outside of what I exactly need help for, because it's really hard for me to ask for help. So with those things being said, overall, my most recent surgery is called a brachioplasty, I believe, and I also had a vertical planectomy. I've been on a weight loss journey for a number of years on my own, and because of that, my insurance has decided to cover some of the procedures for getting rid of the skin. And I've been having that done over the last year. And so this is just another step in that process. And so when I talk about the pre-op stuff, what I was mainly wanting to cover is the fact that you have the best chance of getting all of your questions out with the surgeon during your pre-op. And so take advantage of it. There are no stupid questions. They have heard them all. And if they haven't heard them all, they actually will do their research and they'll get back to you. So that's a pretty good, chance you can take. But yeah, I mean, just have a list of questions, everything. Try to record it if you can, because they're probably going to be going over a lot of stuff. And usually you get a folder that has some of the highlights or important numbers or information for you. So at that point, you'll get that. You can write some of your notes in that and keep all of your information together in one place. That way, not only for yourself, but somebody who is going to be taking care of you, you kind of know where your go-to stuff is. A lot of times they'll give you the antibacterial cleansing product, whether it's liquid, whether it's wipes, whatever it is, and then they'll tell you whether they want you to use them the night before, the day of, both. It depends on the surgeon and the procedure that you're having done, to be honest with you. And then that's a good time to ask if any of your medications can be called into ahead of time, just so you can have those on hand to lessen the chance of you having to go find them and possibly even the pharmacy being out of them. But overall, it's to get all your questions answered, just so that you feel really secure when you go in there. And I myself, for this surgery, because I had a lot of questions come up and had a lot of concerns from other doctors, kind of want me to get on the same page and kind of connect them. I had a couple different pre-op appointments. I actually had one Friday and my surgery was on Tuesday, just because I really wanted to make sure everything was getting done that I wanted to get done. I've had over 24 different surgeries, and I would say 80% of the time they have been emergency type surgeries. And so I had mixed feelings on the cosmetic surgery, because there's always a chance when you have surgery of something going wrong. And I think anybody who's ever seen anything on social media or heard something has heard of a horror story of something that goes wrong during surgery. So it wasn't an easy choice to make. But, after losing over 150 pounds and after seeing what was happening to my body last year when they told me that I could get the 360 done, I did it. And it was really difficult. And I wanted to chart that whole experience. But to be honest, I was kind of ashamed, because it was a cosmetic thing. Now, the insurance covered it because they deemed it medically necessary because of the negative side effects that I was having because of all that extra skin. But it still is considered cosmetic. And I didn't know how people were going to react to that. And so I don't really talk about it. And then here came the opportunity of the insurance saying that they were going to cover it. And to be honest, yeah, after losing that much weight, your arms look really bad. And for the most part, I wore nothing even short sleeve. It was long sleeve all the time. And probably about 3 months ago, when I started realizing, okay, there's an opportunity to do this surgery in between my chemo sessions, and that's how I have to plan things, which always make the timing much more challenging. And those of you going through that, you always know, you're like, okay, wait, it's got to be 3 months before or so many days after. And it's always this fun game of planning. But I digress. When I was going up to it, someone would be like, I can't believe you're going to do that. And I'd remove the long sleeve shirt, and immediately they would be like, oh my God. And it was like, you got over it, because I knew my arms looked bad. Nobody had to tell me that. But by their reaction, I knew, you know what, I needed to get this done, especially for me, to be able just to move forward. And so, I didn't look things up online. I had a couple of my friends look through videos, look through articles, kind of proof check it, so to speak, because there is just so much information you can get just overloaded. But they went through it. They sent me some of it. And so I was able to do some things ahead of time to prepare. So I'm going to talk more about that in the next video. But I just kind of wanted to do a quick one when I had the time. and the energy, because that's another thing when you're recovering from surgery, you have almost no energy. But I wanted to get something done because I felt bad for not posting. So stay tuned for another video. Have a great rest of your day.